Hey team, welcome in for the second video on positions we play. This is attempt number 4 at getting this out. In between it getting deleted, my almost 6-year-old Chromebook's microphone jack has also decided to not work anymore, so I'm recording this one using the internal microphone, so there might be a lot of background noise. You may not be able to hear me perfectly. Apologize for that in advance. But like I said, welcome in, video number 2, positions we play. We're going to be talking about the 4 and the 5, the defensive role, the attacking roles, and just some tidbits on positioning. First off, defensive roles. As the 4 and the 5, you need to delay the attack when that's appropriate. Stay connected with each other, the 4 and the 5. And I want to point out that staying connected is different than providing support, although in order to provide support, you have to stay connected. But in the defensive role, we're primarily talking about staying connected with each other, the 4 and the 5. Providing pressure and cover, and sometimes balance. Recovering to the goal when beat. And in your attacking roles, we're going to provide support to the attack and dribble forward when that opportunity presents itself. Just a real quick reminder on the fact that the pitch is split into 3 channels. We're attacking this direction, so that makes this our right channel, makes this our central channel, and makes that our left channel. If you're the right back, you primarily live in that right channel +1, so right channel plus the center channel. If you're the 5 and you're the left back, you primarily live in the left channel +1, which is the center channel. If you're the 5 and you're all the way over in the right channel, you've probably had to jump over there to help with an emergency situation, or you're really far out of position. In either one of those cases, somebody needs to plug that hole and help out. Let's talk about delaying the attack. There are some times that are appropriate to delay the attack, which is just slowing it down, not diving in, not trying to tackle the ball, just slowing them down to provide the rest of your team time to recover goal side to help you with defense. The appropriate time to do that is if the other team already has possession. They're dribbling the ball towards you. Another appropriate time to do that is they have possession and you're the only defender back. There's nobody that's going to help you if they beat you. That's a good time to delay the attack. You're sacrificing space on the pitch to buy time for your team to recover back. Inappropriate times, if it's a 50-50 ball, if the other team doesn't possess it, it's just out there in space and you've got as good a shot of getting to it first as the other team does, don't delay that. Go for it. Go after it. Or if you have cover. So if you have another teammate behind you telling you, I've got your back, I'm your cover, go get the ball, whatever. Go get the ball. Somebody's got you. Staying connected, which is a defensive role for the 4 and 5. When the other team has the ball, the 4 and the 5 should never be more than a goal width apart. So if you are farther apart from each other than about what the goal is wide, you're probably not connected and you're giving up too much space in between the two of you, which could lead on a dangerous situation and chance on goal by the other team. Providing pressure and cover. Pressure is simply just going out to where the ball is. So if we got a bad guy bringing the ball down our right side and the 4 steps out to that ball, they're providing pressure, which leads me to our angles. Just like goalkeeping, there's an invisible line between the center of your goal and to the ball, and as the pressuring defender, that's where you should be standing. The other defender, the 5 in this situation, is going to provide cover. So pressuring the ball and then cover. And to provide good effective cover, you need to be about 3 to 5 steps behind the pressuring defender and goal side. So not out here or straight back, but on that line in between the ball and the goal. You see how the 5 is over here? It's okay if this bad guy beats the 4 on the outside. You've got plenty of opportunity to come out and become the new pressure, which leads to recover to the goal. At that point 4, you've got to recover to the goal, get back into a good cover position, but you always pick the line straight to your goal to get back goal side, because that will get you goal side the quickest. Providing pressure and cover when the ball's coming down the middle. There's no set rule on who goes up there. Obviously, if it's coming down the right side or the left side, the 4 or the 5 is the person that should step out the pressure. If it's coming right down the middle and there's nobody attacking that ball, one of you has to step to the ball to provide pressure. No right answer, no wrong answer. But one of you has to, and you guys can usually decide that by saying, I go or you go. Whoever says I go first has to go, though. And the other person needs to recognize that that person's going to provide pressure and I need to provide cover. That look a bit like the 4 saying I go, stepping up, and the 5 just sliding into cover. Don't get straight behind, because I know I talked about that line, but in this case you probably want to either play it to the left or the right. And I would be more than my 3 steps, I'd be more like 5. If you did go right in behind 2, you'd probably be fine. But the reason why I play it off to an edge one way or another is to prevent runners from coming in. Talked about sometimes it looks like you may have to provide balance. Balance is, we usually have 2 people in our back line, correct? If one steps out to pressure, if one steps out here to pressure, that drops our back line to just this one person in the cover position. Balancing out the back line means adding that second center back. And in this instance, most of the time that would look like either the 11 or the 8 dropping in to balance out our back line. But sometimes it's us. It's the 4 and the 5 that has to do that. So if the 7's out here providing pressure on this ball while they're attacking, the 4 slides into cover. 5, you're just going to stay connected with the 4, no more than go with the part, and you're providing that balance to our back line. We talked about recovering the goal anytime you get beat. This goes for anybody besides maybe the number 9. You recover straight to goal until you're goal side again. That doesn't mean run all the way to the goal. It just means run until you get goal side again. Turn around, figure out where the ball is, slide into cover, slide into balance, whatever's appropriate. Attacking roles, providing support. Again, this sounds a lot like staying connected, but it's a little bit different than staying connected, because staying connected is defensive and you're trying to primarily stay connected to your other center back. When we provide support, we're providing support to the attack. So in this scenario, the 7's pushed up here to the corner with the ball looking for a crossing opportunity. The 9, the 8, and the 11 are all up here looking for that cross. The 4 needs to provide support to the 7 by just like taking a corner, moving into this area right here. And then the 5 has to stay connected to the 4 by moving into the center circle. Now in this instance, we're staying connected, but at the same time you don't need to worry about that goal width apart because we're attacking. We're going to go with, if you talk very loudly or a soft yell, if they can hear you, you're probably still connected to them, all right? Because if the 5 pushed all the way up over here, that would open up too much space over here and wouldn't allow for us to stop a quick counterattack. If the 7 crosses that ball and it goes all the way over and the 11 gains it and we shift to set it for another corner, that looks like the 5 coming to provide support and the 4 staying connected to the 5. If the ball's in the middle and we're trying to provide support to the attack, that could look a couple of ways depending on how the match is going. If they're beating us over the top because they're really fast, we probably want to kind of stay flat like the 4 and the 5 are right now. But if we're not, filling in this space in between with one of you moving up and the other one kind of dropping centrally, that's fine too. 4 staying connected with the offense, the 4 is providing support to the offense, the 5 staying connected to the 4. And then dribbling forward, Gabe, Z, Landry W, I see you guys doing this all the time. They're in the 4 and the 5 position. They've got open field up in front of them. Instead of just booting it away, they dribble or carry the ball up into space where they can affect the attack. Perfectly okay. In fact, I encourage that to happen anytime we move the ball forward. And I don't care what position you're in, let's move the ball forward. But remember, if the 4 or the 5 does that, we need to plug that hole. Whoever that is, normally it's the 8 that should be plugging that hole, but really it's whoever is closest to where that hole's been plugged. Or where that hole's been created on our back line, we should drop in there. All right, hope this video is helpful, and I hope that the audio works and it doesn't get deleted. See you guys at practice.